everyone, what's up? We're back with you. It is the Tuesday after 4th of July, so I'm going to start off and say happy belated 4th of July to everybody. Hopefully you had a great weekend, fun, safe, shot some fireworks off or watched some fireworks being shot off. Thank you to our forefathers, really, you know, for not wanting to pay stupid taxes and put up with all that crap. So thanks for the holiday and thanks for making us a country, you know. We are here at Import Specialist and Motorsports. So one of the first things I noticed when I pulled up here, oh, they go by ISM for short. For lunch, they like to do their own little grill out, which I think is fun and kind of cool. So the shop owner is Dakota. We'll meet him here shortly. This is his latest project that he's going to be working on. Which we'll get all the information on that a little bit later. We also have a WRX in the shop getting a timing belt worked on. Here's one of his lead tech's motorcycles, nice little Triumph right there. And then they got a GTI in here that they are doing what I believe he told me is head work. All right, everybody, we are here with Dakota. Dakota is the owner. Dakota, if you don't mind, can you go ahead and introduce yourself, kind of where you're from, how old you are?
Yeah, my name is Dakota D'Amore. I grew up in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Lived there all my life. Decided to pursue the passion of working on automobiles. It has been about 14 years that I have been turning wrenches. Started with my father growing up. Never had to pay a shop to fix something on a vehicle that I've owned. I've always fixed it myself.
So what got you into imports as opposed to maybe muscle cars or, you know, anything else? What pulled you to imports?
Well, as I was growing up, my dad had a Dodge Shadow, which really isn't an import. It's a 4-cylinder car, and he would always go out to these hot import nights and Nopi tuner, you know, way back in the day, probably before, you know, I could even remember exactly what was going on. But as I got older, I used to see the Hondas and the Subarus and just the way that they looked, the way that they sounded just got me all excited. And growing up, my dad, we had a family vehicle. It was a 99 Subaru Impreza Outback Sport. We did all the work on that. That ended up getting an engine, a transmission, a few different clutches, and anything from underneath it was replaced. And from there, I just fell in love with the Subaru. That was actually the first car that I actually got to drive.
I like the sound of the muscle car V8s, the Mustangs, all that good stuff. However, I have always liked the sound of the WRXs. And what makes the WRX have that good throaty, deep sound? And
so it has to do with the exhaust. The exhaust manifold on the bottom of the motor, it is unequal length. Sound is just the cylinders. They're just fighting each other to make their way out to the back of the exhaust, which gives it that really deep, rumbly tone that they have.
What was the motivation for your business?
Okay, so the motivation for me to start my own business comes from just, and it may sound bad, but working for an employer that I can see, you know, not necessarily do they not care about their customers, but they don't take pride in being honest with the customer to the full extent. And me, I'm an honest guy. If you come to Import Specialist, we're going to call you if we notice something's wrong, and we'll give you the option to replace it, or if you want to let it go. And we'll let you know the severity of it. But that being said, we're just really honest, and I like watching customers leave here and having a smile on their face, knowing, you know, when they get the bill versus if they were to go to the dealership, knowing how much money they save just coming by us, getting the same amount of work and quality done here.
When did the business start? How long have you been in business for?
We opened up on June 1st is our official opening date of this year. So last month, we were here. We have been in this building since May 1st, just getting everything set up and organized and whatnot.
So maybe if you could take the time to go over some certifications that you and your employees have.
Yeah, so my lead tech, Kyle, he is state certified. He went to school for as well and state certified as well as 100% Subaru certified.
Is there any kind of specialty equipment that you have at your shop that some other shops may not have, or just in general specialty equipment?
So as of right now, most all of our tools and equipment is all snap-on equipment. We have all of the AC equipment, just Subaru specialty tools. I believe I have the cam tools, the crank tools, ball joint tools for that, Subaru specific. We have numerous specialty tools for serpentine belts, anywhere as hose clamp tools. As far as diagnostics go, we do have a Triton D8 scanner here, one of the top of the line snap-on scanners that does anything and everything that you can think of with diagnostics.
Do you do any custom tuning here, or is this just kind of general maintenance and mechanic work?
Yes, I'm glad you asked. We actually do tune through Cobb access ports. I am working with Corbin Johnson through Johnson Tuning. Me and him will go hand in hand on getting a Subaru tune.
Give us a in general date if somebody was to watch this video and they're interested in that specific aspect. What's a realistic goal of when they may be able to come to you for the tuning?
Goal would be by the end of this year. I want to be tuning Subarus with Corbin Johnson.
You have some good prices and stuff in your rates. Explain why you can have a little bit lower pricing.
The reason that we can do that is our overhead cost to operate is much lower than the other companies in the area. We just have less. We can put that money back into the customer's pocket versus having to put it into either our own or the shop.
Do you do custom work here?
Yes, absolutely. Now, our lifts are on back order. They're set to be here at the end of this month. So, as far as what we could do underneath the car custom-wise is limited. But otherwise, I mean, coilovers, we can adjust the coilovers to what you want or what you need. Different brakes, different braided lines, different fueling systems, fuel pumps, turbos, intercoolers. We can, custom make some brackets for front mount intercoolers. So this is the shop's 1986 Nissan 720. It is basically going to be a shop showpiece, just to showcase what we can do here. It is currently dropped in the front on spindles. It is dropped on blocks in the rear, which is all going to change. I have plans to paint it, put it on bags, do some custom front end work on it with the bumper, and put a nice audio system in it, and just drive around to all the shows and show off what we can do here at Import Specialist.
You had a WRX previously that you did a ton of work on. Maybe go into what that car was and start rattling off all the stuff you did on that.
Yeah. Okay, so I had a 1996 Subaru Impreza. It was a base model wagon. It began its life that way. It had gotten a EJ205 swap, which eventually ran its last mile. When that engine decided to fail, I cracked down and I got a EJ22T closed deck block. It was fully built it by myself. It had a FP Red turbo. It ran E85. It had a 6-speed STI version 7 transmission with a SureTrack center and rear differentials. I mean, I went through every single nut and bolt underneath it. All of that was all replaced, brand new, down to everything. Every rusty nut and bolt that was on it got replaced with brand new stainless steel hardware. It had big brakes on the front, big brakes in the rear. A lot of custom work went into that. Interior had 03 Bug-Eye WRX interior in it, custom gauges. I even custom built a front end. I took the base model bumper that came on the 96 Impreza and cut it in half and mated it with a 03 WRX wagon bumper, and it turned out really well. It had numerous hours over the course of 3 years, just time, blood, sweat, and lots and lots of money.
So, if you could have one car show up at your shop that you would just love to work on and be really excited to work on, what would that car be?
Honestly, the chances of ever seeing one at my shop being worked on are slim to none, given there was only a handful over 500 made, but it would have to be a 22B. The whole aspect of the 22B is just gorgeous, and I would be like a little girl inside if one pulled up. I like to see would have to be my buddy's Subaru Impreza, Josh Cravens, a real good buddy of mine. He's been building a similar to my WRX and for a while, and I think you would appreciate it.
Well, that's it, guys. That is the end of the video here at Import Specialist and Motorsports. I hope you enjoyed the video. This was our first feature of a small business, and I really want to get involved in the small business scene and promote as many of them as I can. If you have an import, especially a Subaru, bring it here, see what they can offer you guys.